What's up, Young and Happy people? You're watching the Young and Happy podcast, where we bring in artists and creators who we are intrigued by and want to get to know more about, as well as give them a platform to share their journey thus far. To my far left is my co-host, Drew, and in the middle of us is our guest today, who is a Philadelphia-based singer, songwriter, actor, and most importantly, a family man. Our guest, the multi-talented Luke O'Brien. Thanks for coming on today with us, bro.
2 words. Luke O'Brien.
Luke O'Brien.
Not Luke O'Brien.
Not one word. No, but really, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you guys having me. This is thus far been a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been here for a few hours now. We
Yes.
got to know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than today, I didn't really know much about you. I started digging a little bit to get to know you. I read that you first wrote and recorded your first ever song in 2007. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Can you talk us through like what inspired you to start making music?
Absolutely. I went to college in Baltimore, to Loyola University. And in my latter years of high school, I started really getting into hip-hop. Jay-Z was my favorite artist. Eminem, Common, Talib Kweli was another favorite of mine. And so I really saw those guys as like poets, and I was very intrigued by their story, much different than my story. Mm-hmm. And I went to school. I was studying English literature, so I was writing a lot. I was a really poor student, so I was like kind of drifting off in poetry class or in literature class and kind of just writing my own stuff. And then I linked with this kid, a classmate of mine named John Fitch. He was from Brooklyn. He was like super cool, just had this really unique way of talking. Women loved him. He was just John Fitch. He was just a smooth Brooklyn kid. And he produced beats, and he heard we were at a party or something like that and freestyling, like, you know, there's probably a Dutch master going around. And we were freestyling. He's like, bro, you got to come rap on some of my beats, you know, that kind of that whole thing. And we ended up, you know, when other kids were sort of going out to the bars, we would borrow my sister's car. She went to the same college as me. She was an upperclassman. As a freshman, you couldn't have a car, so we had access to a car, and we would go on a ride, and we would just bring a CD of instrumentals, and we'd sit in the car, and we would just write. And we had access to the studio on campus. Hey, sweetie, you want to come chill?
We also have a special guest here.
Yeah, right on cue. I said this might happen.
That's what's up.
And so yeah, we cut like 7 songs because we had access to the studio, and I fell in love with just, you know, it's a little self-centered, but hearing my voice on an instrumental, something that I wrote, was super proud of, and then to share it out, and I started getting feedback from my students. I'm in college. I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. I just became addicted to that whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Damn. So it's been a while since you started.
07, yeah. I've been creating for a long time, yeah.
Do you have like what's been your biggest struggle since then with your music?
I feel like I'll speak like currently. My biggest struggle is I think I'm gonna be honest, it's 2 things. It's finding time, because like you said, I am a family man, and I started my own business a couple years ago, and I got to provide for the family, so I'm super busy with all those things, so it's finding time. But it's the honesty thing. It's like really like continuing to believe in myself.
Yeah.
When I was 24, 25, I was like, yo, I'm sick. Like, I'm so good at this. I'm going to be on the biggest stages. I'm going to play these festivals. I'm going to be a major artist.
Yeah.
I had that you know, undying belief in myself. And just as I get older, I'm like, man, I don't really know how to work TikTok that well. I can't keep up with these young kids. I see, you know, comparing myself to other people, you know. I talk a lot in songs about be yourself, and who cares what other people think of you, but practicing that is challenging, and I think those are my 2 like current struggles right now, yeah.
Comparison is the thief of all joy.
Totally, yeah. That's what they say, and
Were you reading this weekend, Dylan?
Holds true.
Nah, man.
That was a good little quote right there. I like that.
I love that quote. I love that quote.
That's a
so
great
much
quote.
Because man. I mean, I try like as a photographer. You see on Instagram, I could scroll and see 25 different photographers, and they all have different work, and I could compare myself every day. But what is that really doing for me? You know what I mean? And I just look at it like that. Like, there's no point in comparing yourself because you are who you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that confidence has to come from within yourself. And
Social media is kind of designed to make us compare ourselves.
Exactly, true. That's why, I take my breaks from social media.
Okay, all right. We can help you with that.
What you need.
Are you uncomfortable? Okay.
We need to take a break. We can.
Yeah, let's take just a quick break. We don't have to like cut or anything.
You're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
She,
Matt will work all that out later on.
all right, here.
You could even sleep on this beanbag chair. It's very comfortable.
Yeah,
No? Okay.
Here, you know what, sweetie? I got the perfect solution.
Look at that smile on her face.
You know what? That's the most authentic dad moment ever.
Nah, facts. Yeah,
You're
man.
good, man.
It's
As
All
soon as
good.
she sat on my lap, I was like, I know exactly what happened.
all
All
good,
good.
bro. All good.
My
Yeah.
son likes to shit on me, so shit's like
For real?
Literally and figuratively.
I'm like,
Yeah, right?
bro, come on.
Damn.
So
Yep.
leave all that stuff in there. All right.
Yeah.
But it does bring us to a great topic we wanted to talk about. You being a father in your dad's song?
Yes.
Father of the
Father-
year.
Father of the year.
Dad of the year. Yeah.
Dad of the year. There you go.
both
So
got it wrong.
Tell us about that.
Just, I feel like I'm not going to directly quote it, but I've heard this somewhere. Like, you have to write what you know. And I was like, all right, here I am. I'm a dad. I enjoy it. Like, I try to have fun with it, and I felt like the song was like a perfect way to communicate that to the people, to my audience. So I was like, this is where I am. I'm a dad, and I'm the dad of the year. I mean, I'm amazing at what I do as a father.
I think we all should feel that way.
Right,
Absolutely,
as you should, and-
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I was like, let's just have fun with this, and shot a music video at the Sly Fox Brewing Company, who is now one of my clients that I do a bunch of work for. And that was sort of the genesis of them being like, hey, you do cool creative stuff. So that was kind of cool.
Sly Fox is.
A brewing
Yo,
company.
No,
that's
where's
so
it at?
wild.
I was just there
So
for the goat races.
Yes.
Yes, my dad goes every year for his birthday, bro.
This is the coolest event.
Every year for his birthday.
Yeah.
bro,
That's really cool.
last Saturday I bartended, and at work last Saturday, there was these 3 girls that came in, and at one of the high tops, they had a couple drinks and then they left. And then there was this Sly Fox Brewing glass on the thing, and I was like, where did this even come from? Like, we don't have these. She left it.
She brought her own glass to the bar?
Yeah, and left it on
We
the...
get growlers every year when we go to the goat races. They're like huge, bro. I remember my dad had me trying to drink beer out of that joint the other day, and my wrist was literally about to.
I may have photographed you at that event.
Oh,
I
you
was
might
walking
have.
around taking pictures of everybody. I
Oh
probably
wow,
have.
probably yeah.
That's
We
pretty
were there the
cool.
past 2 years.
I have pictures of you on my phone somewhere, yeah.
Oh man, that's a little
That is
crazy.
wild.
Nah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Small world.
Yeah.
Tiny.
But so that relationship that I have with them came from Dad of the Year.
Awesome.
And I was like, I really wanted to put out I was gonna do like Roman numerals, put out Dad of the Year too
Yeah.
on Father's Day every year. I missed last year, but I think I'm gonna do it this year.
Yeah, you definitely
If I can
should,
find that time.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the balance between like family life and really anything else you have going on is the hardest thing in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just trying to find that balance. It's so hard. I don't know how some people do it.
So being that we're all 3 fathers here,
Yeah. Love
question
that.
for you two: what is your favorite thing about being a dad?
It's like the level. I say this a lot to like people who don't have, or not don't have kids. People do have kids, but it's like the level of love that you are able to unlock once you have a child. You're like, it's mind blowing. You're like, I never knew I could love one single thing, one single being, anything in the world as much as I love this little human being.
Yeah.
And for me, that feeling is just like, it's like overwhelming how much you can love this thing, this person.
Nah, I feel the same exact way. Like, I never thought I could feel that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you really can't explain it. And you can't describe it to someone until they have a kid of their own. Because, like, you tell someone like that doesn't have a kid, they're like, right, got you,
Right.
buddy.
This guy's
But,
obsessed with
like,
his kid.
nah, like, for real,
Yeah,
like, the
you're like, I
love
am.
is just,
It's there's levels to it.
yeah.
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 I mean,
Absolutely.
I think,
What about you?
I think my favorite part about being a father is like I like the difference of relationship that I have with my child and their mother and everybody else in the world. Like just being a dad is like so different. Like the dad is so important. People don't really realize that most of the time. But yeah, even like just my son is autistic and nonverbal, so just the way me and him communicate, and he has the easiest time with me out of everybody in the world. He doesn't talk to me like he doesn't talk to anybody else, but it's just a understanding between he and I, being that I'm his father. Even his mother has a tough time with him sometimes, but it's like he's my dad. I get
How
him,
old
we
is
get
he?
Each other 3.
3?
Yeah,
What's his name?
Andrew.
Cool.
Yeah, like this thing in my family. Everybody's
yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Your dad's name's Andrew, right?
Yeah. My uncle, my dad, my cousin, everybody's named Andrew.
So he's autistic and nonverbal. What's the biggest challenge of that?
Great question.
Figuring out what to feed the kid, man.
Figuring out what to feed him. What does he
Honestly,
like to eat?
It changes every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just, one day he might not like eggs. One day he doesn't want sausage. One day he will only want to eat cereal all day.
I
Like,
think that's like a lot of kids though.
yeah, honestly, yeah.
True.
It's not a difficulty for me at all. Like, we understand each other, man.
I'm constantly trying to figure out what's like the one thing I can buy that's always gonna hit at breakfast time, and it just it'll
Changes
work one
every
day and
single
then the
day.
next. It's
Yeah,
like,
one
wow.
day
He
it's
has this-
bagels, the next day it's
He has this
yogurt.
weird like obsession with these. My mom buys them from Wegmans. They're like sweet potato nuggets.
Yeah. I know.
They look disgusting,
little
bro.
dinosaur shapes. or like, yeah.
Stars and everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He kills those things, bro. Whole box
Yeah.
at a time.
And sweet potatoes are rich in vitamins.
Bro, my daughter's vegan, so like some of the stuff she be eating,
How old is she?
I wouldn't. She's 2.
And she's
She's been since she was born, yeah, because her mom is vegan.
Okay, I was gonna- okay.
So she was breastfed for her first year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, wasn't drinking real milk. So I don't know. It just started there, and
I think
we
that's
just
as-
continued
as
it.
real as milk gets, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a wild
real
concept
deal.
too. The fact that a woman's body, women, is another cool thing about being a father, or just about the whole process is watching your partner carry a child to term. It's wow.
It is crazy,
watching the
man.
birth, it really changes your whole perspective on life. You're like, dang, this is how I
And
got
women
here.
in general.
And women, like
Yes.
the what they go through to bring these kids out here is just like so much respect to them. And the fact their body just produces milk. I was hanging out with our friends the other day, and she has a newborn, and our newborn started crying, and
Yeah,
she started producing
expressing.
milk because of the cry.
Mhm.
Like your body
It's so
knows.
weird.
Yeah,
It's so weird, yeah.
the human body is like, yeah.
Yo, so speaking of women, there's this debate online right now that I personally don't get it, but I'm just different, I guess. I don't know. So the debate is like, as a man, can you be friends with a woman that you find attractive?
Mm-hmm.
It should be simple, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer is yes. You can.
For sure, I would agree.
And then you have all these
Easily.
people saying,
100%.
nah, I can't do that. I'm just going to, if I think she's attractive, I just want to smash, blah, blah, blah. Well, then you don't respect women. You respect only the women that you find attractive.
Yeah, that's kind of a that's a pretty like gross statement. Yeah,
I-
I just want to smash.
Yeah, and that's what I don't get, bro. It's like,
How did we get here?
I don't know.
But we started talking about women
Yeah,
and
no,
the
no,
female
no.
body and how amazing it is.
I just don't think they're very respected sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just something that came up. It was,
Dylan's feed's crazy sometimes, man. I didn't see that debate.
bro, on Twitter, on TikTok, I see it.
Ever
on
since they
Instagram,
changed Twitter
it's like-
to X, I think I just stopped.
I think
checking
once
it.
something becomes a topic, it's like everyone talks about it. So that's why I guess
Yeah, no,
it's like
no, I
a
agree.
big thing right now. But
There's zero censorship on X. Like, so it's like, you
Yeah.
know,
Once it
everything's
changed
up.
from Twitter to X, I was just like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, it's a little
Certain
different
apps
now.
were still saying sign in with Twitter, but it was called X on my phone. It was like, bro,
yeah, you don't send a tweet anymore. What do you send? In X? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back into
Let's go
let's
back
get
to-
back into the music.
Yes.
So the first time I ever heard you, Matt showed me you did a music video during your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Can
you
you
showed me that too. That was
can
awesome.
you
Yeah.
what was
great.
Yeah.
what was the thought process of deciding to do that on your wedding day?
Yeah, and that was definitely like a highlight of my musical career so far. So I recorded the song for that called "Old Love" in Denver. This friend of mine who's an amazing music producer, and him and I work really well together, which I think is half the battle. Like, I'll be in the booth and he'll kind of keep pushing me, do another take. I think you could hit it better, or try a little vocal run here, pushing me into. I really credit him for helping me learn how to sing. So we made that. We made 4 tracks when I was out there, and the last track we worked on was Old Love. And I came to the studio and I was like, yo, when I get home, I want to propose to my girlfriend. Like, I'm 100% sure of it, and I would love to do it through music, because music's such a big part of my life. It's like my favorite way of communicating feelings.
Yeah.
So I was like, what better way to propose to my girlfriend? Which is funny to call her my girlfriend.
Right.
But so we made the song, and in the bridge I say, like, I got a question for you and I need to know, can we make this thing official? Circle yes or no. Like, kind of playing on like the idea when you're in middle school, and you're like, will you go to the dance with me? Circle yes or no. So that was cute. And I proposed to her through that song, and she said yes. And then as we're planning the wedding, and back in that day, I was trying to turn, and still would love to, but I would turn everything into a music video, everything into like a music event around my music, because it was just, people always ended up loving it. A story came from it, and it's I love the process. So I was like, what if during the wedding we make the end of the ceremony the beginning of a music video? So they'll pronounce us husband and wife, and then we can walk through the field, and we'll just have everybody kind of dancing behind us, and Danny was shooting our wedding, Danny Gewirtz. And so she was like, oof, man, this is our wedding. Yeah. I was like, look, I totally get it. But she came around on it. She was like, I think it'll be fun. Like, let's do it. So we did, and it was like a 110-degree day. It was so hot in July, and as the ceremony's going on, you can just see the sky is black, it's just rolling towards us, and everybody in the audience is like, hurry up, hurry up. And it actually worked to our advantage, because it created more of a story around it. As you guys saw in the video, it's like the moment we kiss, the rain starts. Like, most of the comments on YouTube and like people messaging me was like, did you rent a rain machine? Like, that was the timing was just too
perfect.
Too perfect. And so
He loved it.
yeah, it was epic. So halfway in, I mean, the rain was coming in sideways, tree branches were falling off. Like, it was like legit, it was like a 20-minute just mayhem storm. And so Danny was like, yo, I need to cut. Like, we got to get out of here. My camera's going to fry or whatever. Right. The speaker that we were using, because we had a big speaker like on a dolly, so that we could pull it and use it for like the track. And that fried, that got ruined in the rain. But totally worth it, because we were on our honeymoon in California, and we got an edit, first cut from Danny. And we were like, oh my God. This is gonna make waves, and like, this is gonna be something that we're gonna remember forever. Like, our family's gonna remember forever. Like, what a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
And it did. Like, we released it, and Good Morning America did a post on it on Facebook. They got like over 1 million likes on it, and that was really cool. We got interviewed on an Australian television show, kind of like Good Morning America of Australia. It's called Sunrise TV, and it was cool because like, we went to the studio in Philly, and they like, satellite. We were speaking to these people across the world, and going into the interview, I was kind of nervous. Like, I was just like doing my due diligence before. I was a little jittery, I was like, I want to make sure. And Kathleen was like, you'll be fine. Like, just go in. And the interview starts, and her face goes bright pink, and she like is jumbling her words, and I was like composed. So we kind of flipped roles once the camera turned on and it finished, and she looked at me and was like, what did I just say? Like, she was just kind of, it was adorable. Like, she was good. So just like, to like I said, have that sort of relic. There's lots of wedding videos. I shoot wedding videos for people now. I've never done one like that. To have that relic, and to get that publicity and those tap into a new audience of people is really awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that was beautiful.
It was.
The video was amazing. And so you brought up
Danny. Yeah.
Wow. Danny. Danny's a director.
Yeah.
Who our DP and Matt
Yep.
he's like their idol.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
You actually got to act in a
Yeah.
movie that he directed.
Correct.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So Danny Gewirtz, him and I first met when I think it was around 2017, the year we got married, but probably like that fall or something. He or that spring, he followed me to Firefly Music Festival because he was not just getting into it, but he was young and hungry and pretty much shooting anything. So he came to this music festival with us where I was performing, and he put together this like, like a mini doc of like the weekend so that I could use it to be like, I performed at Firefly.
Yeah.
It ended up being like 8 minutes long, and he was like, I look back at that and I'm like, why did I make an 8-minute video about that weekend? It could have been like 90 seconds, but
You live in your life.
yeah, he was working it out, and we formed this really cool friendship. And he was like, if you have any songs that you want music videos for, let's work, because he was doing spec work, building his catalog, trying to find what he was good at. Fast forward to today, pretty much present day, and Danny is just, yeah, man, he's a really, really special person, really talented, amazing storyteller with like a heart of gold. So you combine all those things, and yeah, you get something really special. So he wrote an original script for this really powerful movie. It's I'll do my best to kind of tell you what he told me, what his goal was with this film. Like, he was taking a topic serious as suicide and eating disorders, and he wanted to speak on that, but didn't want it to be, Danny also has a really great sense of humor. So he wanted to kind of remove the taboo, create space for young people to have conversations about real issues that they're having, by infusing that subject with a little bit of humor. So it's a dark comedy, like in the truest sense of the word. And I think it's just a beautiful mission because, he held all these screenings of the video and did Q&As, and those became these really safe spaces for people to be like, oh yeah, I've had suicidal thoughts. Like,
right.
and then you look around, it's like, oh, I'm not alone, and that's powerful.
It is.
And so, yeah, I watch his YouTube channel religiously, and I saw he was putting something out. I was like, yo, if there's a role for me in that movie, like, let me know. And he sent me the script, and I read it on a plane ride, and I was like, I want to be the shady guy, because I didn't want to like have too major of a role, because I'm not like, I don't have a lot of training as an actor, and I didn't want to like mess up the film.
Yeah.
But I was like, if there's like a little part, like let me get in there, and like I bet you I could nail it. And I did. Like I told you, after we did my one, where the camera's facing me, Danny gave this. He was like super pumped about my performance, and that I felt great, and yeah, it was a cool experience.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna get on the big screen again?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
What role would you want to play this next time? Or if it's just whatever is available.
I acted in like a little film in college, like a student film, and I also played like kind of a bully in that. And then in this video, I play this sort of like, it's Sketchy Fella was his name in the script, and I pull up in this like beat up like old Honda, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm selling a gun in a brown paper bag to a high schooler, and it's like that's a pretty
Did you have any lines?
role. Yeah.
What'd you say? Do you remember?
I pull up and I'm like, I said something like, you got the money? Something like that. I actually curse in it too. So, unfortunately my kids won't be able to see it till they're older, but actually kids can see curse, but like, but I was like, oh, what did I say? But I said it with such vigor. I was like, I really sold it. I said, fucking something I said. I can't remember the exact line now. Shame on me. But it was so fun. And like, when I was walking away from that, I said this joke earlier, so it's a little, I don't know if it was the CBD cigarettes, but I was like, I had a high, and it was really just from like the creative process, because it was a form of creativity that I'd never done. I'd done music, I've performed on stages, but I've never like played a role with like that much production around me, where I was like, oh, I'm on a movie set. Like, it was really, really
This
fun.
is legit.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So you just brought up, doing live performances. Not to change subjects, but you did a live performance for us here today.
Correct.
And you showed us one of your songs. What was that song called?
It's called Beautiful Trees.
Beautiful Trees. We're going to go ahead and watch Beautiful Trees here, and we'll be right back.
Cool. Just keep running and we're going to get them. Young and Happy Studios. My name is Luke. Take a photo real quick. Got it. The breath.
Look at my growth, I took an oath, I was a weed. Now I'm an oak, strong as an ox. Out of the box, started to seed. Now we some trees, beautiful branches and beautiful leaves. Life is a miracle, I am so spiritual. Got no religion, I'm just a man. But I understand if people got needs. Checking with me, second to breathe. I gotta check and just see where I be. I'ma keep going, I'ma keep growing. I wanna meet the best version of me. I got a plan, I got the fam. I'ma explode, I'ma expand, I'ma expound. I know I'm bound to do something big, they all gonna dig. Bet you they know me, I take all the things that I learn and I turn it to wisdom and pass it to homies. That is the prize, tears in my eyes. I look at my guys and I see them growing. Emotion is strength, I know it's real. I gotta cry, I don't conceal. I'm just a human and I gotta feel. Whatever you're doing, you gotta feel. I started as a seed, I didn't wanna leave you. I knew that I had to, showed me that I need to. And now the sunlight shines on the leaves of the beautiful trees. Yeah, the sunlight shines on the leaves of the beautiful. Shout out my mom, shout out my dad. I'm just so happy for all that I had. I need a pinch, this is a cinch. They gave me a mile when I needed an inch. Now that I'm grown, now that I'm on, making my mission to keep it all gone. Got little homie, I'm bringing him home. Show him a love that he's never known. I got a tone, I got a sound. I am convinced it came from the ground. Shout out my roots, they holding me down. Look under the bark, look what I found. I know they bark, I don't hear a sound. They wanna bite, I don't wanna fight. I'm feeling your vibe, I'm shining a light. Nobody's black, nobody's white. We the same race, from the same place. We come from earth, some of us hurt. Dust in the wind, a pile of dirt. I'm showing love cause I know it's worth a smile at work. Something they feel, comfortable bed and a comfortable meal. Everyone's human and we gotta feel. Whatever you doing, you gotta feel, yeah. I started as a seed, I didn't wanna leave you. I knew that I had to, you showed me that I need to. And now the sunlight shines on the leaves of the beautiful trees. Yeah, the sunlight shines on the leaves of the beautiful trees. Hey, got it. Yes, sir. Young and Happy, Blue Bear Studios, what a space. Performing rap songs while my daughter watches Sing 2 in the next room over. Small cup of M&Ms and Skittles, thanks to Dylan. Appreciate you guys looking out for the fam. Peace.
So that was Beautiful Trees.
Yeah.
That was fire.
No, that was great.
Thank you.
No,
Thanks.
you were spitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Something I don't do as much anymore when I write. Like when I first started making music, I was like, I'm a rapper. And now I don't really identify with that term. I feel like more of a singer, if anything, and like a songwriter,
Right.
rapper.
As the years go on, you kind of grow into yourself.
Yo, Dale, we're shooting.
Yeah. Like I think I can rap, but I don't think I'm the best rapper ever. I feel like if you're going to be a rapper, you should believe that you're the best rapper.
I agree with
You
that.
know?
Like if that's your only thing.
If that's your thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you should
yeah.
really, really be like, I'm
him.
super dope.
Yeah.
I'm like the rapper. I'm a good rapper. I can flow.
you freestyle.
Don't answer that. He's gonna ask you to do it right now.
yeah, I'm not.
No, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we gotta do
I'm
that.
good on that, you know. Like
Somebody on the spot.
I freestyle around my house all the time. You
Yeah.
know, sing a little, whatever. But like, yeah, I'm not like.
So back to the dad thing. Would you do a jingle for a company that ever like reached out to you?
100%. Hit me up, LukeO'BrienCreative@gmail.com.
That would be
Let
sick.
me know.
And I mean,
A
Dad of the Year
Sly
already.
Fox jingle.
Oh, I've already done that. I've
Oh,
done
word?
Plenty of jingles for him.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
I want to check some of those out.
Yeah.
We gotta go over there. The brewery's nice,
did
man.
one for they came out with this
Yeah.
beer called Hellas Fest. I did a little jingle. It was real cool.
I used to work for I'm not gonna say their name. I don't really like them anymore. But I used to work for this beer distributor up in Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
And we used to deliver Sly Fox beer all the time. Yeah, I like some IPAs.
Where is the brewery located?
Pottstown.
Yeah,
Pottstown.
Pottstown.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the place I work.
No,
That's in Pottstown. Not too far.
Yeah.
No, I didn't need to know where you worked.
I wasn't gonna say it anyway. I just said that.
Shangy's.
Dude. What the fuck? Yeah. It was Shangy's.
I work
Caught
for
him.
Sly Fox.
Oh. I was a
Lehigh
delivery
Valley.
driver for Shangy's.
There you go.
So,
Bet.
But yeah, so
cut that.
So Beautiful Trees is one that sort of blends the singing and the rapping. And on the studio track, my friend Noah Guy sings on the Don't Do It.
No guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Yeah, Don't Do It. He sings on the hook, and he's a great artist as well. But
That was the guy you were talking about earlier. He's
Yeah.
very talented and just all around.
yeah, just all around
Cool
really
dude.
really strong talent. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yo, so back to Danny. He's gonna shoot a music video for you here in Blue Bear.
In this studio that we sit in, yeah.
That's cool. Can you tell us like what that song is gonna be?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been working out of this studio in Haddonfield, New Jersey, just over the Walt Whitman Bridge, called Gradwell House Recording Studio. It's a beautiful space. And one of the engineers, my friend Matt, actually photographed his wedding at a very good rate in exchange for some studio time. I'm all about the barter.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've been in there working on these 3 tracks, and what I'm doing with like more recently with or the direction I want to go with my music is recording, musicians
Okay.
in the studio as
Yeah.
opposed to doing like produced instrumentals, which are more, beat pad or a sample or something like
Yeah.
that. Because especially as I get older, I just love live music. I've always loved live music, live bands. And so I really want to make music that reflects my taste. And so got a incredible bass player named Jonathan Coleman, who is also sort of MDing the sessions, helping me with arrangements and things like that. Kyle Sparkman, who's a Philly artist guitar player, he's incredible on the guitar. Matt Fell is playing the keys, and my friend Brian Aranda on the drums. And then I have had these 3 songs written, and the one song that is really like poppy and is gonna kind of have those legs is the one we're gonna do the music video for. It's called "I Feel Like Elvis."
I feel like Elvis.
Yeah,
That's a dope title.
it's a good title for a song, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I can already picture the wardrobe.
exactly. Like it
Fire.
does the work for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the visuals are already kind of
Uh-huh.
you can see them. The song, it's a love song, so it's like I Can't Help Falling in Love with You is a super popular Elvis song, and it's kind of this thing of like it's a love song to my wife, who I've known for almost maybe 20 years at this point. And
Nice.
so it's kind of this thing like even all this time has passed, like I can't help falling with you, in love with you, I feel like Elvis.
Yeah,
So
that's beautiful.
it's fun, man. It's a really really fun track, and it like I said has the texture of the live instruments, which is what I like really set out to do. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about the sound that I'm sort of producing now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about Danny's storytelling, and I mean through your visuals, and you direct some of your own music videos. I think you're a great storyteller.
Thank
and
you.
Your visuals like tell the story. I
Thank
love
you,
that.
man. Thank you.
Is that something that comes natural to you, or have you had to work at that?
It comes natural to me, especially in songwriting. Like over the years, I've written so many songs that are stories, and some of my best. Like I have some really really funny story songs. I took the Justin Bieber song "Love Yourself" and like remixed it and called it "Fuck Yourself," and I wrote these rap verses about like. This girl that just kind of like that I'm like super into, but it's not reciprocated.
Right.
And the storytelling. So when it was probably like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago that I wrote, but I listened back to them like, damn, this is grade A writing. Like I'm really fucking good at writing stories.
That's awesome.
And the multiple songs like that. I did a similar thing with Sam Smith. I'm Not the Only One.
Great song.
And then I also just have like original things too. Actually today, I was pulling up some old Logic projects because I'm trying to export some instrumentals for my upcoming concert, and I found this one called it's called We Found a Place Called Home, or A Place Called Home. I never actually released it, but when we kind of talked about this, my wife and I were foster parents for a year to one of my students. I used to live in Philly, and I worked there as a teacher, and I knew this kid since he was 7 years old. He was in my class, and when he came to live with us, he was 13, and he went to a new placement when he was about 15. So he was with us for like a little over a year, and I wrote this song called "We Found a Place Called Home," and I just listened to it today, and it's really storytelling. So the first verse, it's like 64 bars long, and it's from his perspective, sort of telling me like, I know you're trying to help me, but you'll never really understand like what I've been through. Like,
Yeah.
I do appreciate the things you do for me, but like, it's like you could be as nice to me as you want. You could bring me into your home, but you're never going to get it. And then the second verse was like 64 bars. It's like too long almost, but like,
Nah, I wanna hear it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The second verse is my perspective. Like, look, I know that's not my goal is to, I'll never be able to put myself inside your shoes, but I love you. And like, I really want you to see that so that you know that you deserve love, because I'm not sure he ever knew that, you
Right.
know? And so, so I use storytelling in music a lot. And those are mostly my favorite songs.
Yeah.
A lot of feedback I get it from people that really makes me feel good. Like when people, DM you or talk to you after a show, it's like, yo, like your music is actually about something, you know what I mean? As opposed to just sort of like writing a trend or writing a
Yeah.
pop song for the sake of writing a pop song. It's like there's a story to it. I try to write, like I said, write what I know.
Yeah, man.
So I was gonna say that it sounds like you have a lot of meaningful music. With such a meaningful collection, like what would you have, like you have a favorite song or like a favorite collection of songs or favorite project?
My favorite collection of songs is probably what I talked about earlier when I went out to Denver and I recorded. I lived out there for a month. I literally just crashed on a friend's couch who had an apartment out there and went to the studio and worked with John. And we worked on Old Love, Own Drum, a song called What I Am, which is super dope. The music video for that is incredible too. We shot it in like the desert. And another song called Somebody Like You.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, the What I Am?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there.
Can we see that?
It's the visuals for
Got
this
you,
are
got
incredible.
you.
Oh yeah, look at
Mhm.
Loki. Look at Loki, man.
Lukey the Bird, baby.
Luco.
In the desert. Luke O'Brien.
Luke O'Brien.
Luco.
No relation to Luca.
Doncic. Athlete.
Doesn't know sports, but knows
Oh,
how
that's
to
already
say
fire,
the hardest
man.
Right.
names.
So this is Danny Corey. This is Danny Gewirtz's cousin who directed this.
Okay.
And this is probably like 4:30 in the morning in the Valley of Fire in Utah.
Man.
In Nevada, sorry.
Trust me,
That
they
could have been
don't
green screen,
wanna
man.
know.
I know.
I could go full beast mode. You really need some help. I really know myself. I'm a nice guy, but got a dark side. Don't see what that's about. God bless me, don't test me. You gon' need a different I've been after something new. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with you.
The visuals are crazy.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to this road. Not even lying.
That's all I'll be. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am.
We'll probably see it here soon in some of these. This one scene, it's a dry lake bed, and we rented a car. We were hitting people up on Craigslist to try to get like a cool, like old, like Jeep Wrangler or something, but nobody would lend us their car, so we got it's like a Hyundai Tucson or something. It's like some like standard like rental car. And I was like, yo, let's repurpose this footage and turn it into a commercial for Hyundai.
That's a salt flat?
This could be the song, and just like pitch it to him. You know, it's like accidental spec work.
I had that low self-esteem. I had a head full of doubt. Demons, I'm letting them out. Once I did that, then my
We got kicked out of there after like 15 seconds of shooting.
Hey, you got the clip. That's all that matters.
We got the clip.
Yeah, what happened to the ponytail, bro?
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's on its way.
Keep it jazzy, I'm so John Stockton.
Ooh, sports reference.
Sports, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, John.
He said he doesn't know sports.
He knew Luca.
He knows two basketball
He knew
players.
John
and
Stockton.
He knows Giannis.
Yeah. There's the Hyundai Elantra or whatever. I don't know.
That's dope, man.
Bro, you could have put anything out there and it looked fire.
With Kia, it's a Kia,
you could have rode a scooter.
right? Yeah,
That's what I am. That's what I am.
That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
that's fire.
yeah. It's a good one.
I was doing donuts in
Whipping it.
the Kia Sportage, bro.
That's might be what it was.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That was so fun to shoot because we drove out, to the desert at 4 a.m. and we couldn't see. We used headlamps to hike in, and then slowly the sun started rising and like revealed the landscape, and I was like, oh, like my friend who directed it had been there before, and so he was like, wait till the sun comes up, like wait till you see where we are. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
As a photographer, that landscape is just unreal. That road you were on in the beginning, I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what it's called, but I've always seen it in pictures. And I'm like, so
that vanishing point.
So sick.
Do a lot with that photo.
Go back to Old Love real quick.
Please. He doesn't have any manners today.
No, you're good. You're good. This one we could probably just watch up until the,
So it goes to the.
it's like
Yeah,
he
it'll
puts the
be
static
like-
in there. Yeah.
You'll know.
There's key points. They know what they're talking about.
And it's fine to talk over the videos, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be on different tracks. Yo, that Pizza Hut pizza looks bussin', bro. Not gonna lie.
My stomach's eating itself right now.
You're hungry?
Matt wasn't trying to share that chicken parm.
There's some almonds down here. You want them? Protein.
Quiet on set.
We're gonna start rolling this song. My man Danny and Harrison are on the
That
camera.
ponytail's epic,
Braden's
bro.
got the music. We're gonna after Brett pronounces us husband and wife and we kiss, we're gonna walk straight through that field. You guys just follow behind us and dance with joy.
Dance with joy.
Kathleen and Luke, in the presence of your friends and family, you have declared your love.
There it
and
is.
stated your intentions. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially acknowledge your union as husband and wife. Luke, you may now kiss your bride.
I fucking love that it was raining.
It's crazy. And like rain.
Yeah.
Like within seconds, look at my shirt.
Soaked.
It's like 14 seconds into the track.
Luke said, damn this rain, I got some shit planned. We're shooting a music video today.
Wow.
Right?
That was dope.
Yeah. And then it kind of proceeds to.
Remember how we tried to shoot a music video earlier and then it just like torrential downpour on all of us?
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Take two.
Yeah.
That was
Nah,
awesome, man.
it's just perfect. There's nothing else you could say. It's just that was dope.
It worked out perfectly.
Man, fire.
Ponytail Luke was OG Luke.
Yeah.
OG Luke, that was dope, man.
I cut it all off.
Got a
Like,
ponytail in right now.
Yeah, but it's not. That one was epic, bro.
I
yeah,
know,
I was
I
down
know.
to.
That one is epic.
I cut it
long.
all off
I'm a
during the
little jealous.
pandemic. I don't know what possessed me. Just one day, I was like, "Yo,
Yeah, I was going crazy during the pandemic too, man.
yeah."
I was like, what can I do differently today? Huh?
Bro,
Well, fuck it.
my beard was
We were
like,
the only two people going crazy during the pandemic.
nah. No, you talking about crazy. My beard was like down
Yeah,
to
you
here.
did
That's
have a
fire.
lumberjack
I was
beard.
just like,
What
I
happened to
never
that, man?
touched it. Huh?
Why'd you just?
Because I always trim it and shave it.
just let it get huge.
Nah.
If I had a
it
beard,
gets
that's what I would do.
Wild.
Look at this shit. Can you even see it over there on the camera?
Nah,
Yo,
they probably
You
can't.
think you can zoom in real quick on this? No, I'm playing. I'm just.
Crop
don't-
in.
you better
You
not.
crop in.
You better not.
Yeah, just
About to get exposed, brother, man.
It ain't exposed, baby.
yo. So let's talk about some other companies that you've done music for, like La Columbia. How do you pronounce that?
La
Colomba?
Colombe.
La Colombe.
La Colombe.
Coffee.
Yeah, that was just a little like idea that I had to collaborate with them. And so, I was living in Philly and I loved their they have their coffee shop in Fishtown. That specific location is super impressive and really, really cool. I'd been there just, on a Saturday morning. I met people there. It was just like a space I frequented. And I reached out to, someone in their marketing department was like, hey, I made this song called Coffee. Like, 'cause I love coffee to this day. My concept is just to take some canned coffee and pass it out to people in the neighborhood, brighten people's day, give them a free coffee. Like, why don't we do it with La Colombe? And it was a no-brainer for them to
Yeah.
give us a couple cases, and they gave us that bike with the La Colombe logo on the side. So it was
Nice.
really just like after meeting this friend, that one of my best friends, his name's Tom Boyd, but he went by Boyder for a while, and him and I actually started. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my Ha Ha Yo stuff, Matt. If you know what Ha Ha Yo is. Maybe. Anyways, Boyder, that was his brainchild. And he's just like this really smart, strategic, creative guy. and he was always doing things that had potential for collaborations. Like we made a song called I Think I'm Jimmy Buffett, and it led to us doing all this work with Margaritaville. They flew us out to Vegas. We hosted their Jimmy Buffett pool party. They played our music video on the big screen at the MGM. Like that was Boyder. Like Boyder is always thinking. And so I definitely was taking notes when I was working with him, and I was like, I'm gonna make a song called Coffee, because what coffee shop or coffee company wouldn't want to do some work with a local artist? And come to find out, like the owner of La Colombe, his name is Todd. I won't remember his last name right now, but his name is Todd, and he is Todd Carmichael.
You said you weren't gonna remember it.
He's such a cool dude.
He's remembered every single person he's spoken about's first and last name this whole time.
It's wild.
I was like,
I'm impressed.
I barely remember Dylan's name.
Todd Carmichael is a really beautiful human. He started La Colombe, is obviously very successful, but behind the scenes he has, I think he has, don't quote me, but maybe 8 children. They're all adopted.
Okay.
I know he has a large amount of adopted children, so that alone kind of speaks to the type of person that he is, and he is so engaging. I've seen him at multiple social functions, and when you talk to him, you really feel like super seen. He's an older guy, and he always has on red Vans, like jeans. He's on the same look every time: jeans, red Vans, a La Colombe t-shirt. Or maybe not a La Colombe, a t-shirt and a blazer and a La Colombe hat.
Got you.
And the red Vans just like pop, and it's like, there's Todd. Like he's just, and he's so, like I said, just engaging and genuine. So,
nice.
That was a cool experience. Yeah.
All right. And then you were a brand ambassador for Lululemon.
Yes. Yeah.
How did that one happen?
Yeah. So
that's just interesting to me.
Yeah, it's a good question. I've always been into like physical fitness.
Okay.
Really love running. That's like my favorite thing to do. But then when I was living in Philly, I lived directly across the street from a CrossFit gym. And I got really into that for a while, and still do a little CrossFit now. So I was always just, and still am, just like in impeccable shape. Like I always look incredible.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not gonna argue with you, man. Shit, you look incredible. You look incredible.
So cocky. No.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, with 2 kids, it's not the same as it was. But anyways, I was in good shape, and I was working at this school in Philadelphia originally just as a counselor. It's behavioral and emotional support school, so it's, the way it's set up, it's like 12 students to one classroom with like 2 adults in the class, and there's just like a lot of support. Trying to help these kids, and my supervisor made me a music teacher there. She was like, "Hey, you're always doing creative stuff with the kids. We love what you do. Like, take your own classroom and just run with it." So I did. So I think something that Lululemon would look for in ambassadors, like someone who's involved in their community, making an impact like that. So I checked like the fitness box and the community impact box, and then I did. That was all going on, and then I did a show because there was a girl that I was friendly with was worked at the King of Prussia location, and they were relocating their store and doing a grand opening, and they wanted to do an in-store live music performance, and the girl that worked there liked my music and told the manager about me. It's all about like connections and networking, who you know, and the manager, they hired me to play their grand reopening, and I did. And then after that, we just kind of stayed in touch, and I invited them to come down to the school. They donated all these yoga mats to the kids.
Dope.
They did like yoga trainings with the staff to try to, because it was a stressful job, so try to help us, through that. And they did, really gave me a lot and gave through me to my school and the community, and made that change. And then it was cool. They kind of like just surprised me with it. Like I didn't even have it on my radar, but they were at the school one day. Tony and Nina, who were my girls at Lululemon. I love the 2 of them, just like great energy, great people. They were like, "Hey, we have a surprise for you. We want to make you an ambassador." I'm like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
So it was really cool, and they told me what it entailed, and I was really honored. It was like a really neat thing. So I then put them in touch with Danny Gewirtz, and they made him one of the same 2 years that I was one. So I kind of got to share the wealth, and now actually a good friend of mine. I kind of passed the torch to him, and he's an ambassador now.
Cool.
He's a personal trainer. So
you get to be an ambassador for 2 years?
2 years of that program, and throughout that, you go to events, you network, you get a lot of free gear, which is really cool.
Yeah, especially when Lululemon's a little pricey.
Yeah, it is. So, product testing, and you get a little gift card, and I'm not gonna lie, that was probably a really nice perk, you know. But also just, you know, network is so powerful, and the people that I met through that, like I still stay in touch with. I got so much work through that, like, so really healthy relationship, and really cool.
What they did for the school and stuff, that was really, really dope.
Super cool.
Respectable for sure.
And they do that through all their ambassadors, so I definitely.
What happens after the 2 years then?
So then I just become a legacy ambassador, so I'm still, like, you know, in touch with the network. And
you still get any of those perks, or?
I get a little discount.
A little discount.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I will say
Not
this.
asking for
I will
me,
say
promise.
this, and it's not just, but through that experience, I actually, and not just specific to Lululemon, but I really kind of changed my mentality about buying clothes, and seeing things as, you know, expensive. Yes, like it costs a lot of money, but like I would rather go to Lululemon and spend $120 on a pair of pants than go to Target 5 times and spend $20. I'm spending the same amount of money, but I'm going through 5 pairs of pants because their stuff, it really is truly like high quality, and super comfortable, and it's really stylish. Like it's an investment, you know. You buy something that looks really nice and represent yourself. So
absolutely, especially when most of these people that are into fitness, like that, their body is their temple, and so it's like, yeah, you want to invest in stuff that's gonna be comfortable for your body and it's a little stylish, like
it's gonna
you said.
last.
Like, exactly, it's gonna last a while. So
and a little swag.
Absolutely. Nah, Lululemon's cool.
Yeah,
I would have never even known that they did like an ambassador program.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it too is trying to raise awareness that they have a men's line, because I think a lot of, that's what I thought you were going with that when you said I would have never known, because a lot of people are like, they do men's stuff. Like when I was an ambassador, people, yeah. So they were trying to, you know, raise awareness.
I think a Lululemon, like just straight yoga pants. Like that's what I think for females. You know what I mean? Yoga pants for females. But that's like, I didn't know that they did like a men's line as well. So that's cool as hell.
Right. That's what they were trying. You know, the ambassador program is like trying to get that
get that out there.
Do exactly what we're doing right now. So yeah, that was a really cool thing, and sort of validating for me too. You know what I mean? Like it was cool to be able to throw in my IG profile like Lululemon ambassador. Yeah. Signed. You know.
They didn't give you like a code or anything? Like, oh, if you put in Luke O'Brien,
I knew you were looking for a code.
25. No, not for me.
I knew it. I knew it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I don't think.
I don't really wear like athletic clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't.
Nah.
It's not his thing. Dylan's like he likes to be swag. Dylan got like all these forces.
The comfort like drip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who is this on your shirt?
Mac Miller.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
It's good tea.
Rest in peace.
So I heard you mention you have an up and coming show soon.
I do.
And where's that at?
It's at a theater in my hometown called the Colonial Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little ways out. I wanted to give myself a nice promotional window, so it's on March 30th. And I've got it's been really fun for me because, like I said, you know, time and trying to get in a studio and do writing. Like I was telling Matt earlier, like I don't just like kind of, when I used to, writing music I feel like is a very fluid thing. Like you kind of get in this space and you have to spend time in there to really like let things come to you, and I just don't have that time. You guys know, as fathers too, like I'm not just waking up on a Saturday like, you got the kids, like just get them out of the house so I can like drink my coffee in my studio and just be like, what should I write about today? Like so it's few and far between. But this show has really given me like a very focused place to put like musical energy again. It's been really like rejuvenating in that sense. So
that's really cool that it's in your hometown too.
Yeah,
like
totally.
That's dope. I was looking at the theater earlier. I never heard of it, so I was looking it up, and it's like got that old school like theater vibe to it. It's really dope.
Yeah,
pictures are cool looking. We're definitely all gonna be there, by the way. Go. Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to go ahead.
Do you prefer performing music or recording the music more?
Always a great question.
I prefer to perform it.
Okay.
I feel really alive when I'm on stage. It's one of those things. It's like, before you go on stage, you get like, you know, your heart rate goes up, and like sometimes you look in the mirror like, come on, like go out there, like just like be you, have fun, like
That's
spaghetti.
that's me in the bathroom. That's me in the bathroom.
Vomiting on my sweater before
the
a-
podcast.
yeah.
Dylan's like, oh, so my name is Raw Dill. Thank you for watching the Young and Heavy podcast. Ah, fuck that.
I thought I saw you doing that in the you were,
I was.
no, but like it really you know challenges me, because I'm like, you know, I want to perform, I want it to be a good show. In the studio you got takes, you know.
Yeah,
You get,
absolutely.
and so like to have that sort of raw thing and get up there and be vulnerable, and then you get off the stage and there's like that same high that I got coming off of this set when I was working on Danny's film. Like you're just like
CBD
woo.
sticks.
Yeah, like especially like back, you know, when I was younger, before I had kids, like we would play a show and then we'd go out. Like when we would go out, we just felt unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We just were like, it was like always a great night, just such high spirits because everyone's riding that high from the live energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Energy is so big for me personally. I don't know about you.
You're a ball of energy, Dill.
Me?
Yes.
No.
Who else am I talking to?
Maybe back in the day. I don't got that much energy anymore, bro.
Heard.
Dude, this dude works like overnight to like 5 in the morning, but he's not a ball of energy.
It's
You
true.
gotta have
I
a ball of
literally-
energy to do your job.
I think last night I fell asleep like 4:30. Well, this morning I fell asleep like 4:30. And
Standing
then
up?
I was up by like 8 with Ray. With standing up? No.
Oh, I thought you meant like at work. Like, damn, dude.
No. I got home at like 3. Fell asleep around 4:30.
Yeah, when
And
I
then
see
I
you
was
and
up.
Matt texting me this morning, I'm like, what the hell? Go to sleep, bro.
He was trying to tell me to go to sleep, and he was saying, "Oh, I have to be up at 5:30." I'm like, "Bro, what the?"
Like, it's 4:15, bro. You might as well just give it up at this point.
That's what I was saying.
I go to bed at like 8:30.
Word, me too.
My daughter doesn't even go to bed that
on
early.
my best nights.
Yeah, nah, man. I love that.
Nothing better.
Then I wake up at like 3 in the morning. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know.
I was waiting for the kids to fall
That's
asleep.
what
and I
happens
fell
to me.
asleep.
Anytime I ever fall asleep early, to me that would be early, like 9 o'clock. I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But if I go to bed at my like normal time, I could sleep till
4
I don't know.
That's not normal.
It is for people that work at night.
Sleep is wild, man.
It is.
Sleep is wild.
I don't like it.
Like dreams and stuff. It's like,
I don't dream anymore. I think it's the weed.
I'm
but
so sorry.
yeah, I just don't have dreams.
I
dream
literally
almost
just
every
stopped
night.
smoking, and
And are you dreaming
I'm
more?
dreaming vividly, man. I'm
See?
talking
I'm
about
telling you,
like
it's
the
the weed.
craziest dream, like where I feel like it's almost lucid, but it's obviously not. I'm not able to control too much, but it's like it's an experience like that I've missed. You know what I mean? So like getting that back, it definitely like makes my sleep more enjoyable for me anyway. You know what I
Dreams
mean?
are dope.
Do you still dream?
I don't fucking know. I'm asleep, dude.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I used to remember my dreams like crazy.
I think I don't dream anymore because I'm living out my dreams.
Oh, are you?
Ooh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, mic drop. Mic drop.
Nah, I don't think I dream anymore either, bro. I don't know.
Is there a dream that you remember that you feel like you're never gonna forget?
Nah.
No?
I got one.
it's probably-
That
got
big
that
bunny
one.
that was chasing me through that field that one night. Never gonna forget that, bro. It was like a huge Easter bunny with like sharp teeth and stuff. Scary thing.
So not a dream, a nightmare.
Johnny Darko.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing.
I was kind of
Happening in your sleep.
on his side because I have one too that I remember. And
I
it's
think
kind of a
dreams and
nightmare.
nightmares are actually antonyms.
Right,
Like they're opposites.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like that, they can't be
They're
the
very
same
different
thing.
things.
It's like when you're watching. It's like a genre in movies.
Similar
like it's still a movie.
concepts. Yes. I see.
It's
where
still
you're
a
going.
movie. It's just like this is a comedy. This one's a horror film.
Yeah, similar concepts,
You know?
but very very different genres.
But like when you dream, you like kind of sleep thoroughly in a sense, and then like when you have a nightmare, there's a possibility of you waking the hell up.
Well, you wake up
Yeah,
in
but you
dreams
don't
too.
know that.
You wake up in
When
dreams
you
too.
Dream, you're not thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna wake up."
Well,
This
yeah,
isn't gonna
obviously,
bother me."
but how many dreams have you woken up from in comparison to nightmares?
All of them,
Yeah,
Really,
literally,
dude. I'm
every
still
one of
alive.
them. Literally everyone.
bro? I'm talking about waking up before the time that you're supposed to wake up. Come on, son. You don't wake up in a cold sweat sometime, nah? Yeah, all that shit.
I'm in a hot sweat every night, man. I hate being hot, but I'm always hot at night. We're just wandering off now.
yeah,
It's cool. It's that No, we're gonna
That's-
get
It's
into
that time of day.
Start talking about dreams. It's just-
Now let's get into the what makes you happy segment.
Mm.
Our slogan for Young and Happy is what makes you happy keeps you young.
Yeah.
And it's always a great topic to discuss mental health. And we like to ask our guests how they are mentally right now. So would you say you are happy? Are you going through anything? You chilling?
I'm generally happy. Most days I'm pretty happy. Yeah, but I mean, but I have days where I kind of get down.
Yeah.
You know, we made a song recently called "Keep Going," and it's kind of just about that. Like I come on the verse and I'm like, what?
Matt just got
Unzip your pants.
Matt
Pause. The leg on your pants.
he just got touted.
Does it say "Keep Going"?
Keep going.
That definitely does.
Amazing.
Yeah, man. I used to sell merch. That's like
Oh, he's got
Ah, man.
He
Oh,
has pants
man.
under his
he's got
pants.
compression pants on.
But yeah, he has a tattoo right above his knee that says "Keep Going."
Awesome.
And
Yes.
Dylan's merch for his photography company is
keep
says
going.
"Keep Going" on the chest.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're all connected already.
So we
didn't
got a
even know it.
collab, you know.
He took pictures of me at
100%,
the goat race.
Yeah.
Dylan has his song name on his shirt. You got his song name on your kneecap.
We've been connected.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So like the song, the lyric is like, some days
You got to get it next Joe 80.
yeah. Some days my energy's on fleek, it's on dragon. Some days I feel like a beast and I'll be bragging, but then other days I can feel my eye socket sagging. Like it's really just like some of those days.
Bro, work that in there so
He did
so
the freestyle for you, bro.
eloquently.
I thought he was talking at first.
We ain't need no instrumental either.
Yeah, no,
That was
acapella,
fire.
but that was a freestyle. No, but I like yeah. So I have like these really good days. Sometimes I get nervous if I'm like too happy because I'm like I don't want to be manic about my happiness.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah, no.
try to keep it even keel, but like I think I'm pretty good. But yeah, I'll have my days where I'm just kind of like, man, like I should be doing things differently. Like why aren't I here in my career yet? Like why I should be spending more time with with my family but then I'm like, bro, stop. Like I think I like to say in my head, and my wife is like really good at reminding me of this, is like be nice to yourself, like, be
Yep.
kind to yourself,
say
give
that all the
yourself
time.
grace and give yourself credit, because like but it's hard. Like
It is,
we
it's
love to beat ourselves up, at least I know I do.
Yeah.
But
I actually said this on a previous podcast with Mandy Mayhem, but with something you just said sparked it again, and it was a quote that says, happiness isn't where you I fucked it up.
no, you got it.
Do I got it? I don't know. Happiness isn't,
Tell me the concept.
it's like,
Was it happiness isn't a journey? I mean, isn't a destination, it's a journey?
no, it's
Okay, I thought that was like some bars there, but I guess not.
It's a pretty good one.
happiness isn't like where you thought your life should be, but it embracing where you are now,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
I forget how it went, but
No, but
fire,
that
too.
concept of like being content, it's hard.
Yeah.
Which like we have every reason to be. Like I'm so blessed. Like when I look around, I could look around at any point in the day and be like, look at my life. Like especially with everything that's going on in the world. Like we look where we are right now, safe. Our families are at home, safe.
Mhm.
You know, we have food. We have like just the basics,
Yeah.
and then some. Like,
Right.
I'm so lucky.
so blessed,
Yeah.
truly. I mean-
but I do hit a cold plunge too. Like when you said mental health, it made me think of that. I have an ice bath in my backyard.
Yeah, you do that.
I can only do it in the winter because I don't have like a device that keeps the water cold. So I basically just fill this tub up like, in the fall when it
Yeah.
starts to get cold out, and then I just let Mother Nature like keep it cold. And crazy, this morning I got in my cold tub. I go out, and this morning was probably like the coldest it's ever been because I was actually like breaking up the ice. And I get in and I'm like working through it. Like you automatically start like talking. I'll be like, Luke, you got it, breathe. I'm talking to myself, which is it's so nice. And I look down and there is a dead mouse floating in the water in my tub.
Yep, I would have never got in there again.
I didn't
Boost
see
your
it
immune
before I got
system
in.
real quick.
I was already looking for an excuse to get out because it's so cold, but I saw this dead mouse and then I contemplated. I was like, and it's like it's a field mouse. It's not like it's not like a rat. It's definitely
Yeah.
just like a little field mouse. I live out in the country, and I was looking. I was like, I could just stay in. It's essentially just an ice cube. Like it's not like if it was hot water, I would have gotten out quickly, but it was
Yeah, it
cold.
would've
It was
been
just
soup.
frozen.
Yeah.
So I stayed in for a little longer, and I was like, I should probably get out. with this dead mouse in the water.
Oh my
It
god.
was this morning, and then my cat proceeded to like flip this thing all over the yard.
Oh yeah, just play with it.
Yeah, and I launched it into the woods, and then it brought it back. So I put it in
Cats
the trash
are
can.
so fun, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bro, I can't do a cold plunge though. I can't.
I want to go home and put some ice cubes.
It's
in the tub.
exhilarating. The whole thing about it is, for me, like I know everyone likes it for different reasons, but for me, like before I get in, I know I want to do it because I know the payoff on the other end, but I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do it. It's like a phone call that you don't want to make, right? Or like a conversation, a confrontation that you don't want to have with like someone that you love, someone in your family, but you do it, and it's like
That
sucks to
tough
go through.
conversation.
But then on the other side, you're like, like that weight is lifted.
I got
It's
you.
that feeling, just you can access it just by getting in cold water for 3 minutes and then getting out and be like, all right, I overcame that mental challenge that a thing I didn't want to do. It's rewarding.
I have heard that.
Yeah,
Never tried. I did the
It sucks.
cryotherapy before
yeah.
with one of our clients
Does-
down in Miami.
Isn't Kevin Hart show like that? He like does ice baths.
Cold
with
as
his-
balls or something like
Yeah,
that?
that is what it's
That's
called.
exactly what it's called.
Yeah, that show is
Nah,
funny.
man.
I don't
Yeah.
know. There's something about being cold. I just can't.
Yeah. That and like exercising in the morning and coffee.
Yeah.
Those things keep me happy.
So you do the ice bath every day?
I'd be lying if I said I do.
Okay, I was about to say.
I probably hit it like 4 times a week. Because then there's like those 3 days where I'm like, I'll make an excuse. You know?
I'm cold enough this week.
Yeah.
Yo, earlier you mentioned Firefly. You performed there.
Yeah, I did.
When was that?
20. Yeah, I think it was. Dang. I think it was 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Would you want to perform there again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream venue that you'd love to perform at?
I recently saw a show at the Met, and I was like, this would be so fun. This would be just such a fun stage to rock.
Yeah.
So I would say the Met.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I get that feeling every time I go to like a really good show in a really cool room. I'm like, I want to play that stage, you know? But
Yeah.
the Met was like, yeah, super impressive. Just the ceiling was so tall. I saw this band called Camp, 2ACAAMP.
No.
Yeah, like I really don't listen to rap music anymore either.
Okay.
Like I listen to, if J. Cole puts something out, I'm listening.
Mm.
Drake puts something out, I'm gonna listen.
I
think that's pretty much it.
For All the Dogs?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
What do you think?
This dude's gonna talk about this in every single
Every
podcast.
single one. Now, what you think though? I'm curious. I'm curious.
Exactly. I'm curious.
It's not my favorite Drake project,
It's fair, very fair.
but
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not like aggressively angry at it like the way.
That's what I'm
some
talking
people
about.
were,
Because
like-
there's people, to the left of you that
I don't bring it up every week. So who's aggressive about it?
Because you don't like it. That's why.
Yeah, that's
I said the
exactly
same
why.
thing, but the answer wasn't good enough when I said it. I said I like Drake. Just
No, but
not
you didn't
best
say
album
that.
ever.
You didn't say that.
I said I'm not listening to it.
What is your favorite
Exactly.
Drake album?
Something in
Great
like
question.
2013 probably. And shit, like,
I don't even know, to be honest. I'm not the biggest Drake fan in the world, so I probably don't have a favorite album, but that definitely wasn't it.
What's yours?
Take care.
Take Care.
Yeah, it's just classic.
Yeah.
When I think of the word classic for an album, that's what I think about.
It really is such
yeah.
a good album.
Capping.
Why?
When I think of the word classic for an album, it's Drake's Take Care.
what's your opinion on a classic album? Real quick. Real quick.
Like maybe like a Lil Wayne album, a Jay-Z album, like a Drake album is
So,
a
like,
classic to you?
Pre
100%.
2010.
The pinnacle of classic to you is Drake? He's not even classic.
That Take Care was his most classic.
I'm not arguing with him.
I also really like Nothing Was the Same. I think
That's a great.
Great album. Great album.
yeah, the production was super creative on that.
Mm-hmm. Drew.
I'm a big Jay-Z fan,
You
so I'm
got
with you on
some,
that. Blueprint,
Yeah.
Black Album, Reasonable Doubt.
Right. Those are classics.
For you,
Drake is our age, dude.
The
come
problem
on,
with
son.
this,
I don't understand.
Yeah, him being our age is
What
like
does that have to do with anything?
legit. For
Yeah.
what he's done so far, like
Bro,
yeah,
I'm
he
mad
has
confused
classics.
Right now, I'm not gonna lie.
He definitely does.
Why?
The problem with
'Cause,
this
bro, you're, like,
conversation is just that it's
flabbergasted by
completely
that.
subjective. It's just opinions. It's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. That's what I'm saying,
It's okay
though.
for them to differ.
Right.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's alright.
You're not okay.
We're good.
All good.
don't even
Anyway,
know
let's
what's going on
change
right
I
the
now.
think
subject.
Circles is a classic.
It is a good album. I don't even know what my favorite Mac Miller album would be.
Mine's either Circles or Swimming. Circles came out just like shortly after he died, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
this is what he was working on. Like,
Yeah, he was
who knows
definitely
what he
onto
would have done
something.
today.
I know.
Like Circles is so unique. Like that, no one else has a sound like that. It's so
No.
beautiful.
Yeah.
He was getting real melodic and writing songs, but he's one of those artists that can do like abstract lyrics
Mm-hmm.
in like a non-cheesy way. Like sometimes people, like a singer-songwriter, like put like abstract lyrics and you're like, that's so try hard. But like his lyrics, like even if you don't know exactly what the meaning is, you're like, I know there's meaning there.
Yeah.
And like yeah, he's
I
so
don't know,
so
man.
good.
Swimming was cool. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you have an all-time favorite artist? Usually we ask top fives, but let's just go for one.
I'm just gonna say my current favorite artist. His name is Ryan Beatty. Beatty.
Okay.
Dude is just his songwriting is incredible. His voice is incredible. I just recently saw him live in New York City, and his live show, he's just so humble and so chill. Like he was sitting, and his band was just sitting the whole show.
Yeah.
The room was quiet. I was actually standing directly next to Maggie Rogers at the show. She was just there like as a civilian, just like watching him
Well, that's
because
sick.
yeah. And I don't, like I said, I don't listen to rap music anymore. And Ryan Beatty is certainly not rap. He's a singer-songwriter, although he did co-produce some stuff with Tyler the Creator for the Grinch project. So
Okay.
he's like kind of sneaky on the scene too.
Yeah.
Another guy who's sneaky like that, who's potentially my favorite all-time artist, is John Bellion. Do you know John Bellion?
Yo, you and Julian King have that in common.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I have so much respect for John Bellion. He's just next level creativity and yeah, the stuff he produces.
Wonder
He's-
Years.
and
That's my
he's-
favorite John Bellion song.
Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Okay. He just did the Jonas Brothers album
Okay.
called The Album.
Yeah.
He did the whole John Baptiste album, like produced and co-wrote that
Oh,
with John
nice.
Baptiste, which won album of the year.
Yeah.
Like and he never, he's so regular on Instagram. Like I follow his wife too, and she just like she'll post like pictures of them, like I don't know, at like just getting family pictures done, and
Yeah.
he lives such a regular, humble life, and it's all by design. Like
Yeah.
he'll rap about that in some of his projects. He'll be like,
He's another one. that's
I'm not
great
famous for a reason.
Storyteller.
like
yeah.
yeah, he's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
Great, and so excited about creating.
It was funny when Julian King was on with us. I mentioned him being on The Voice and like that whole process.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he loved John Bellion before we even got into that. And then he mentioned that they gave him the song from John Bellion to sing to like
Oh wow.
audition for the show.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, they fucked up.
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm about to go in.
And he killed it.
Yeah, I have no doubt. It's great.
Have you ever heard of Noah Kahan?
Yes,
Do you like that kind of music?
I do. My babysitter nanny, she's really trying to get me into Noah Kahan.
Yeah.
There's something about the tonality that he puts on his voice that feels like a little contrived to me.
Okay.
So I have a hard. I'm like trying really because she's like keep listening and I'm trying, but I love that genre
Mm-hmm.
these days more than anything. My favorite artist in that genre right now is Tyler Childers. You know who that is?
I have heard of him, yeah.
He's so good. He's so good.
What's
He's
like
so good.
the song to check out from him?
There's a song called 22nd Winter.
Okay.
That's on his Tiny Desk concert. So watch his Tiny Desk. And
Yeah.
I think it's the second song he plays is 22nd Winter. It's just about him and his wife getting snowed in at his in-laws' house. But the imagery, like the words that he uses in his music is just, it just brings you in.
Nice.
Like he's such a poetic writer. Yeah.
I love that type of music.
Yeah.
Word. I'll have to check them out.
That's like I've listened to more like almost like I won't call it country, not like pop country, but like Chris Stapleton, Tyler Childers, like that brand of country. I listen to a lot of that these days, and
It's
like
kind of like indie almost.
yeah, like indie
Yeah. I don't know.
songwriter.
Right. Folk a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Bon Iver was it's always one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of start wrapping it up. So I wanted you to do a shameless plug real quick. Your camera over here. I just want you to look into it.
The middle one.
And yep, the middle one.
Gotcha.
Let us know everything that you got coming out soon, like your concert, all your handles, your YouTube channel, whatever you want to let us know. Well, the audience, let them know.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm mostly focused on the show on March 30th at the Colonial Theater. Tickets are on sale at lukeobryanmusic.com. And to give a little more background to the show, so I'm using the movie screen behind me. The first half of the show is going to be, there's going to be visuals on the screen. There's an intro, cinematic intro. And then you see clips of me kind of creating music from, 2007 that we referenced earlier, all the way up until present day, just this little montage. And then I go into a series of performing select songs that I kind of pick that I feel like represent like different eras of my musical career. Once that is finished, then I'm going to come out with the live band. I'm going to play 3 new songs, some of the classics, and then the live band will go away, and then we're going to premiere the music video that Danny Gewirtz is going to shoot, and that'll be the finale to the night. And then we'll probably have a little after party across the street. And so it's just going to be like a really magical night. It's something to look forward to this whole winter. It's a great Christmas gift. Buy tickets, to the show. Like I said, lukeobryanmusic.com. And I'm mostly active on Instagram, so at lukeobryanmusic. If you want to follow me.
Maybe.
I don't care if you do that.
Kinda, sorta. Nah, that's cool. That is it. And we are the Young and Happy People. And we are out.
Peace.